Sir.
Give me a second, okay?
Good evening, sir.
I'm connecting my speaker.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
और अगर थ्री की वैल्यू के से कम है तो क्या होगा? और अगर थ्री की वैल्यू के से कम है तो रिएक्शन
Shah can't join us today. Hey, Palak. Palak is again here. Guys, Renu Santan was talking about what she.
Thank you so much that you guys were talking about me. Although I don't deserve that, but thank you so much.
Everybody has a smile in the face. Except Ganpat. Ganpat is sad that his friend has gone back to Delhi again. Yeah, Ganpat. Has she gone to Delhi again, Ganpat?
There was this
Yeah,
one
Ganpat.
guy. What was his name?
Ganpat, where is Anshu? We can't hear you, Ganpat. We can't hear you. You need to fix your mic.
Sir, your sound isn't coming clearly.
Sir.
My voice is not very clear. Actually,
Yeah, now
I
it's
have a
fine.
little bit. My voice is a little hoarse today.
it's clear, sir.
Have you got a cold?
No, I shouted a little bit yesterday. That's why. And what's the homework for tomorrow?
Age.
Sorry, Palak.
I can understand Saran's age, so that's
Oh,
okay.
yeah. At this age, I'm not supposed to shout so much.
Yes.
We are in unit 9. And I think we talked about the hotel. Sorry, Burj Khalifa. And today we are going to read the main book. Okay. Did I give you guys any homework? I know yesterday I didn't teach. So I asked you to read about the 3 cities. Yeah. High-speed Tokyo. I'm gonna read the text with you again. Okay. Let's see. Tokyo. High-speed Tokyo. Tokyo is a very fast city.
What are you laughing at?
Okay. Tokyo has a population of 35 million people. Tokyo has a population of 35 million people. It is the largest city in the world. It has a population of 35 million people. You see, guys, if you study grammar and only grammar from a teacher who speaks your mother tongue, explains rules and examples and stuff like that, you are only going to get more confused about using English than anything else. Trust me, if you take this sentence to a lot of students and ask them to find an error, they will say A should not be used here. However, the sentence is absolutely correct, grammatically perfect, no problems. But
इन्हें तो
a
देखिए
lot of
आप
students, hey
हाँ
Kash,
देखें
a lot of students will say A should not be used here. Why? Because population is an uncountable noun. What the hell? A lot of nouns are both countable and uncountable. So, population as an idea is, of course, uncountable, no doubt. Okay. But when we talk about population of a particular place, then we can say Tokyo has a population of 35 million people. Now use the name of your city and make a sentence. I'll tell you, Bihar Sharif, where I live, has a population of nearly 400,000 people. Go ahead, guys. Give me a sentence. Shubhankar is living in Tokyo. So, Shubhankar, for you, it is the same sentence. Tokyo has a population of 35 million
Population of,
people,
yeah.
right?
And also uh, there is a monorail service.
There is a what?
Monorail.
monorail service.
I'm not
Monorail.
getting mono
Monorail.
rail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Monorail. It means a train with just one
Train.
compartment
Yeah. And it is going
on the wire.
on the
In
wire.
the air.
Yeah.
In the air.
Yeah.
Right.
In the air.
Got it. Yeah. So, Renuji, I was expecting you would tell me Gwalior has a population of number of people.
More than
Hey,
10
Renu,
people, sir.
understand that here my concern is not the number, right?
Yes,
My
Gwalior has a population.
Yes, this is the
Yes.
point.
Mm.
Because when we learn English as an adult, Palak, people want to be correct. They want to be grammatically correct. They worry a little too much about grammatical errors. And this is what happens if you don't pay attention, okay? Although this sentence is absolutely correct, a lot of learners of English might call this sentence grammatically wrong because of this use of a before population, because they think population is uncountable. However, the sentence is absolutely correct. Tokyo has a population of 35 million people. Okay? It is the large, and imagine if somebody is reading this sentence at age 10, 12, 15, they will not bother to know whether it is countable, uncountable. They will just learn this sentence the right way. Tokyo has a population of, Bihar Sharif has a population of these many people. Delhi has a population of these many people. And the sentence is right. Nobody cares. I mean, you guys are not teachers of English, so nobody should ask why you're using a, why you're not using a. You're not teachers. If anybody bothers you with these things, then simply ask them to talk to me. I'm the teacher. I'll explain. Okay? Tokyo has a population of 35 million people. It is the largest city in the world. It is the largest city in the world. It is also one of the most exciting. It is also one of the most exciting. Everything moves fast here. Everything moves fast. Okay, I have a joke. So,
Hello, sir. Good evening.
hey Adib. So, Palak, if somebody's relationship is not working, they should move to Tokyo. Everything moves fast here. Even the relationship will move fast, right? Okay. Another silly joke. If you take a turtle to Tokyo, it starts running like a rabbit
Yes,
because
yes,
everything
sir.
moves fast here. Okay. Any other silly joke like this, guys, on this line? Everything moves fast here.
It is quite hard to get used to it.
Yes.
for us.
Yeah, everything moves fast here. I mean, you understand what it means, the sentence, right? Life is fast in Tokyo. Things change quickly. There is speed, okay? Everything moves fast here. It has one of the biggest and busiest. If you notice, the has been used only once because both the adjectives, biggest and busiest, refer to the railway system, okay? And that's why only one the is enough. You don't need to write the twice. It has one of the biggest and busiest railway systems in the world. You don't need to write to the, okay? Although we use the before superlatives, it is a rule, we use the before superlatives, true. But here, only one the is enough. If two, three, or more adjectives refer to a noun, then who is it? So, needs to talk to me. Okay, where is Bhaiya? Okay, guys, can you give me just a second? I have somebody to talk to. Just give me 2 minutes, okay? I'll be right
Sure.
back. You, okay, Vinay is getting busy, so Vinay's niece will take over for 5 minutes. Vinay's niece, please.
No, I'm not available for your excuses.
No, you're helping me out. Please do, please.
Okay. Hi, how you guys are doing?
Yeah, it's fine. How about you?
Yeah, it's okay. I'm alive, so I guess that only matters.
Yeah. Can I ask something?
Yeah, sure, why not?
How long have you been practicing? Or how long have you been speaking this language?
I like to say that I have not practiced it. Like I've not like taken any classes, or I have not been doing any sitting for this language particularly. But yeah, I'm engaging in this language from last 4 to 5 years. Like it was a continuous engagement. So it started with 1 full year of listening. So I was listening to this language and not speaking a single word in this language for one whole
Uh-huh.
year. It was through YouTube videos. So like, but in particular, it was documentaries. You know what are documentaries, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was listening to English documentaries on YouTube, and then it from documentaries it was to vlogs and etc. And after that 1 year I got on online platforms for speaking to practicing my skills that I acquired in that 1 year. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was like that.
Yeah, I have to say that you've got good kind of fluency.
Oh, thank you so much, but your sir doesn't think like that. He says that I really suck at English.
Yeah, that's why you're in the class to learn, okay? Listen, guys.
No, I have my own purpose, sir.
Yes,
I am not here for learning.
okay. So
Okay.
I'm suggesting that, Shubhanka, if you notice, she said that she spent a lot of hours and time listening, right? And then she went out to those places, sites, language exchange sites where she practiced speaking. But before that, she had a lot of input, a lot of intake of English, right? So all of you guys can do this to yourself. You can listen to English every day on a daily basis, right? Half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever. And the topics of your interest, the most important thing. You don't have to listen to something you don't find it interesting. So it has one of the biggest and busiest railway systems in the world. Every day, 11 million commuters 11 million commuters. Commuters are people who travel from one place to another, those who go to work mainly. Okay, commuters, we call them. 11 million commuters use it to get to and from work. Learn this expression, to get to and from. Okay, let's understand. Get to some place, it means to reach someplace. Sneha, I'm sorry, Sanyukta ma'am is writing that she's out, so she can't join. Okay. And she was the one who was really asking about you and appreciating your speaking skills, Palak.
Oh,
So,
I'm sorry.
yeah, she's not here. And, she would have liked to be with you here and talk to you a little more. So I was saying, get to some place means to arrive somewhere. Okay. For example, you can say, I got to school early today. जल्दी पहुंच गया school. I got to work late today. काम पे देर से पहुंचे. I got to my office and saw my boss waiting for me. Okay. So get to some place means to reach there, to arrive there, get to some place. And get from somewhere means to come back. Okay. So people use 11 million commuters. Commuters are people, guys. So another word for commuters is people, right? People who travel to work. Okay. 11 million commuters use what? The railway system, okay, to get to and from work. To get to work and to get from work. In Hindi, we have a very different phrase. In Hindi, we say काम पे आने जाने के लिए. आने जाने. We are using two different verbs. आना जाना. काम पे आने जाने के लिए. But in English, you don't need two different verbs. You just need two different prepositions and it does the job. Get to get to work and get from work. Get to and from work. They use it to get to and from work. When I was young, when I was at school, boys didn't use a motorbike to get to and from school. But nowadays it is very common to see teenaged boys, riding their bikes to school, right? They use their bikes to get to and from school. Got it? This is an easy expression to get to and from somewhere. Okay. People earn the highest salaries. You can see the before the superlative again. People earn the highest salaries. So, where are people paid the most money? In Tokyo.
In Tokyo.
Yeah. In Tokyo, people
I
earn
don't
the
think so.
highest salaries. Yes, Shubhankar?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? We are living there. You want a increment in your salary, right? You want a
Yeah.
pay rise. People earn the highest salaries and they spend the most money. And they spend the most money. In my town, people have an attitude. Whatever they earn, they save some. They always save some to buy jewelry, to buy land. They believe in saving, people in my area. But people in Tokyo, they don't believe much in saving. They spend the most money. Per capita expenditure, we call it in technical language. Okay. So per capita expenditure is the highest in Tokyo. They spend the most money. Everyone, look at this line. They spend the most money. Here, what is the adjective?
Most, sir.
Most.
Right? And
Yeah.
it is the superlative adjective, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
which adjective does it come from? Like
More.
tallest comes from tall, right? Tallest comes from tall. Most beautiful comes from beautiful. But the most only?
Much.
Yes, Renu.
Much.
Amazing answer. I'm very impressed. Okay. The most money comes from much. Much, more, the most.
Most.
Okay. Much and many both have the same comparative and superlative. We have discussed this before, haven't we? We have discussed this before. Much and many both have the same comparative, more. Okay. Look, I have more friends than you. It means you have some friends, I have some friends, but I have more friends than you. More is the comparative of many. Okay. And in my friend circle, I have the most patience.
Friend.
Patience, I said, by the way. Okay.
Yes,
I have the
yes.
most patience. Okay. Obviously, superlative. Okay. So they spend the most money. Money is the noun. Which adjective have we used here? The most, superlative. Okay. They spend the most money. But suppose you disagree with this and you say, no, not people in Tokyo spend the most money. I think people in New York spend more money than people in Tokyo. Suppose you want to make this comment, okay? Then you will use people in New York spend more money than people in Tokyo. Understand? Comparative is more, superlative the most. Okay? Who drinks the most water in your family? Which member drinks the most water in your family? Come on, come on, come on, guys. Who drinks the most water in your family?
I drink the most water in my family.
It is you.
My father
Yeah.
drinks the most water in my
The
family.
most water. No, beta Adib, the most water because you are using the superlative adjective, beta,
Yeah,
right?
the most water, sir.
Right. Okay. In my family, it is me. I guess it is me. Yeah. I drink the most water. I usually finish nearly a liter of water in one go. Whenever I drink
I, I
nearly a
guess
liter of water.
I guess that's the reason why you're looking young at this age too.
Sir, we can say, sir, my sister and me or my sister and I.
Okay, Renu, the
They
answer
are
is very
correct, sir.
simple. The answer is very simple. Me is the objective case. So when you
Yes.
are using it as a subject, it is
Mm.
considered wrong, but informally it's all right. A lot of people have the habit of saying, my sister and
Mm.
me and my sister
Yes.
went to the cinema
Mm.
yesterday.
Yes.
It
Yes.
is not
Yes.
grammatically correct because me is not the subject. So you should
Yes.
say, my sister and I went to the cinema yesterday. Okay.
Yes.
And me is used as the object. But a lot of people do say this, and it's all right. Colloquially, it is fine, no, no worries. But if you're in a job interview or something, you avoid it. You want to use I in place of the subject and me when you need the object. Okay. My mother loves me. I love
Mm.
my mother instead of saying me loves my mother. No, not a good idea. But a lot of people use the word me when they join another noun. For example, my brother, me and my brother, me and my sister. A lot of people say these things, okay? But it is not correct grammatically because you need the subject. So you should say my brother and I, my sister and I, okay? Uh, they were the latest fashion. How much water do you drink? Look how I asked this question. How much water do you drink? Okay? On a, in a day, how much water do you drink?
I drink 2 to 3 liters of water.
Well, because you are living in Tokyo, which is much colder, 2 to
Yeah.
3 liters is enough. But here in my part of India, Bihar Sharif, it's hot, very hot actually. These days, the temperature is around 34, 35 degrees, And so it is necessary that we drink enough water. And speaking of water, Renu felt thirsty. Okay. People, tell me, how much water do you drink on average? Well, I think I drink around 5 to 6 liters minimum. And if I don't, then I feel a little lazy. I don't feel
God,
energetic enough. Yeah.
5 to 6 liters?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's a lot of water, I know.
Yeah, it's like my 3 days capacity, I guess.
3 days capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, consuming a lot of water is good for our health. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Opposite question, Shubhankar. Who drinks the least water in your family? Now I'm using the least, the most, the least. Okay. Who drinks the least water? My bhabhi. She has a very, very bad problem. She drinks maximum 2 liters of water, or maybe 1 liter, 1.5 liter in the entire day. And I find it very strange, how she manages with only that much water. I drink 1 liter, almost sometimes more than 1 liter in the first 15 minutes of waking up. The first thing I do, I drink so much of water.
You are a camel or what?
Nah, it's a good thing, hot water in the morning.
Because for me, it's just 3, 4 glasses a day, not even a
Yeah.
liter.
Yeah. So when I drink 3 or 4 liters of water, now this is going to be too much information. I'm sorry, I'm warning you guys, okay? Too much information coming your way if you want to close your ears. So I drink 3, 4 glasses of water, and different people have different things, they do in the morning to go to do their morning business. For me, it is the water. Just 3 glasses of warm water, and I'm done. I'm great. I'm fine. Absolutely. I remember when my papa was alive, he would always need a cigarette in the morning for that. Without a cigarette, he would not be able to go to the toilet. My uncle, my chachaji, had to, do this canny thing. Without that, there was no way. My dadaji needed a beedi.
And for me, it's tea. It's a cup of tea.
You see, told you, different people have different things to feel that, mood, to get the pressure, bowels moving. And then for me, it is the water. And I'm very happy about it. It is just the water. Otherwise, I
Yeah,
could have, yeah.
in my case, it
I
is
drink only
a
a
cup of
glass of water only.
warm water.
Yeah, 1 glass is enough for you, Adib, right?
Yeah, I don't drink warm water. I drink simply the water coming from.
The
Uh,
tap. Yeah.
no, sir. There is a
The hand pump.
no, sir. It's a boring tap, sir.
Yeah, hand pump, beta, hand pump.
Jal
Jalnal. Okay, supply water,
Yeah,
running water.
supply
Okay.
water.
Tap water, we call it. And yeah, Shubhankar, what did you say, Shubhankar? I missed you.
Yeah, in my case, it is 1 cup of warm water.
1 cup of warm water, that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
1 cup means 150 milliliters?
yeah.
Wow, that's not a lot. 150 milliliters. I mean, for me, that's nothing at all. Okay. So I sometimes see people, speaking on the stage and taking a gulp of water. And I think, what are they doing with just one gulp? I mean, I can never drink just one gulp. I need at least 250 milliliters of water in one go, at least that much. Anytime I drink.
No, but have you ever tried public speaking, sir?
I have, and I have to do this very frequently now that we are running the school. So in the
No, it's like in on the stage
Yeah,
in front of a crowd.
assembly. In the assembly, we have to do this. We have a stage, and there are students standing in hundreds, and we stand on the stage
Yeah.
and speak. So we have to do
And
that.
at that time, drinking like you were like literally saying that you need more than a gulp, but for some people it's not suggested if you are on stage doing
Okay,
public speaking, drinking
interesting.
a lot amount of water, it's not suggested. So maybe
Hmm.
that's a reason too.
Guys, if Palak is here and she's making these interventions, you can, benefit from it if you notice the sentences she makes. Okay. She said, drinking a large amount of water is not suggested. Okay. She's going in passive voice. Okay. It means experts don't suggest that you should drink large amounts of water. Large amounts of water is not suggested before public speaking when you are going onto the stage. Great, thank you, Palak. And honestly, I've had a big problem with public speaking in the past, and I have I have overcome that, I believe. I don't know, maybe one day if I'm standing in front of 1,000 or more, then I might start to feel nervous again. I don't know, but I back myself up, and I think I will not get nervous because I have overcome that problem. There are a lot of
Sir,
reasons why I think I will
sir,
not
are you
feel that way.
used to it?
Come again. I'm used to it. Yeah, I'm used to it now. But I'm not used to big crowds. Okay. Like I said, thousands, say 10,000, 5,000 people are sitting or standing, and then I have to address them. It is going to be a little bit difficult, I know for sure. But I will not really feel what I felt, some years ago. I went blank completely. I could not utter a word out of my mouth when I saw them, sitting there in the crowd. I held my mic in my hand, and I was just, for like 30 seconds, I could not say anything at all. My brother had to come to my rescue. He came and took charge. I was
It
supposed to
happened
host.
first time, sir. It happened first time.
Yes, exactly. And because of this personal experience, I'm making sure that all my students at school are getting opportunities to be on the stage there. All right. And all of them feel that they, get opportunities to face a crowd, do public speaking. And I know it takes practice. We are making, inputs as well. We are giving them feedback about what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong. And hopefully they have a lot of time, they have a lot of time. When you're at school, and if your schooling is proper, then you don't need to worry about anything, because you spend such a long time, 10 years at school.
Yeah,
You see,
yes.
you can learn everything almost. They, where were we? They spend the most money. So the most money, the most water, it's all easy, right? In Hindi we will say sabse zyada pani, sabse zyada paisa, right? सबसे ज्यादा टाइम. Okay, all right. सबसे कम, the least. Okay, मैं आपसे कम पानी पीता हूं. I drink less water than you. Okay, I drink more water than you. Both the sentences are clear to you guys? I drink more water than you. I drink less water than you. I drink the most water in my family. Okay, I drink the least water in my family. Simple and easy. They wear the latest fashions. They wear the latest fashions. The latest fashions. Okay, the latest, another superlative. Okay, the latest fashion. And they have the most up-to-date phones. Another adjective, up-to-date. Up-to-date is an adjective here, a three-word adjective. Okay, the most up-to-date phones. They have the most up-to-date phones. They wear the latest fashions. It is the world's most expensive city. Old and new. Tokyo was originally a small fishing village called Edo. Originally, it was a small fishing village. It means in the past, it was a small fishing village called Edo. What was its name in the past?
Edo.
Edo. Okay.
Edo.
Tokyo
But
was
they called Edo
Edo in
Edo.
okay.
in Japan.
Shvankar
Yeah.
knows better. He's living there. So Japanese people say Edo. Okay.
Yes.
Tokyo was originally a small fishing village. Fishing villages, the main profession of the people in that area is fishing, because it is next to the river or next to the sea. Understand? So, yeah, fishing village. It was originally a small fishing village called Edo. The name changed in 1868. The name changed. Now, I met a teacher in Gaya. He was so stupid, He said that this is a wrong sentence. Why? Because naam khud se nahi badalta. So it should be in passive voice. And I know so many teachers who make such silly comments, okay, about English. Teachers, unfortunately, not students. The name changed. Okay, तो तुम्हें बता दूं, ऐसे sentences जहां doer active हो नहीं सकता, लिविंग नहीं है, द नेम चेंज्ड, दिस इज कॉल्ड जीरो वॉइस. दिस इज कॉल्ड जीरो वॉइस. थोड़ी जानकारी, एक्स्ट्रा जानकारी, टेक्निकल इंफॉर्मेशन गाइस. द नेम चेंज्ड. बात सही है, नाम खुद से नहीं बदलता, लेकिन इंग्लिश में बोलते हैं नाम बदल गया. 1868 में नाम बदल गया, राइट? द नेम चेंज्ड. सो ऐसे सेंटेंसेस को जीरो वॉइस बोलेंगे. व्हाई? बिकॉज व्हेन यू से आई चेंज द पासवर्ड, ओके, आई चेंज द पासवर्ड, तो आई ने एक्टिवली चेंज किया ना, एक्टिवली कुछ काम करा. सो दिस इज एन एक्टिव सेंटेंस. ओके, एक्टिव वॉइस. आई चेंज द पासवर्ड. द पासवर्ड वाज चेंज्ड. पासवर्ड चेंज कर दिया गया. द पासवर्ड वाज चेंज. पैसिव वॉइस. द
Passive.
पासवर्ड वाज चेंज्ड. पैसिव वॉइस. ओके, एंड द पासवर्ड चेंज्ड. दिस इज जीरो वॉइस. और ये सारे जगह पॉसिबल नहीं है, कुछ ही जगह पॉसिबल है जीरो वॉइस. ओके, सुनना. लेट मी गिव यू एन एग्जांपल.
So the door open.
Ha, very good,
Just
Renu,
open
very
नहीं
good.
खुलता.
Okay, the door opened, a man came
Okay.
out. Okay,
Hmm.
the door opened, a pretty girl came out. Okay,
Hmm.
so the door opened, this is zero voice. Exactly. Here the subject is non-living, it cannot perform an action, but still we're using it. Okay, and these verbs are called normally ergative verbs. The door opened, we opened the door. Okay, so open is being used in both the sentences. We opened the door and the door opened. So this verb is called an ergative verb. Open is an ergative verb because अभी जरा सा ध्यान से सुनना. Door was the object. Okay, we opened the door. The door is the object, and the door becomes the subject without changing the verb. The door opened. So when a verb acts this way, that it allows the subject to be the, it allows the object to be the subject, then we call it ergative verb. Let me give you an example. You boil eggs. You boil water, right? But the water boils at 100 degrees centigrade. When the eggs boil, when the eggs are boiling, अब देखना क्या हो रहा है. आपने eggs को subject बना दिया जो कि object था. So boil is an ergative verb. तो आप ध्यान रखना जो मैं बता रहा हूं, अगर कुछ लोग मिस कर जाएं तो please watch the recording and revise the lesson. Okay? There are some verbs in English which allow the object to become the subject without any changes. यहां पर विदाउट एनी चेंजेस पे ध्यान देना. क्यों? क्योंकि चेंज के साथ तो पैसिव वॉइस बना ही सकते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वी राइट लेटर्स. लेटर्स आर रिटन. तो ये पैसिव वॉइस है. ओके, तो आई होप यू गाइज विल अंडरस्टैंड. रेनू अंडरस्टूड, शुभांकर अंडरस्टूड. Other people, those who didn't understand, please watch the recording tonight and revise the lesson. And if you have any questions to ask, we will discuss them tomorrow. Okay?
So there are some list of these verbs, no?
Yes, of
When
course. You can go on Google and ask Google to give you a list of ergative verbs. However, my advice will be not to do so for the simple reason when you learn them one by one in the context, then they become part of your active vocabulary. And when you learn them from a list, they remain in your mind somewhere sitting as part of your passive vocabulary. Passive vocabulary doesn't come to your help when you're speaking or writing. They don't come to your help. You can't use them. You can't use the words that are part of your passive vocabulary. Passive vocabulary. They stay there in your head. Somebody else uses them, you understand, but you will not be able to use them. So if you learn from a list, then it will remain only in your passive vocabulary. Okay?
Sir,
Sir,
ergative verbs are coming with passive. Sorry.
Sir, can you please explain one more time, sir?
I said, Apurva, that people will watch the recording, okay, and they will try and understand it. They will revise it at their pace. And tomorrow we will have this discussion again if anybody needs more help. Because I've given examples, I've made the rules clear, and I know you've just joined, Apurva. I understand that.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, in the middle of your discussion, I joined the class, so that's
Yes.
why.
But
I
don't
didn't-
worry about it, okay? I've explained it properly enough. Watch the recording. I'll share with you after the class is over. And do let me know if you have any confusions left in tomorrow's class, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yep.
I will watch the recording.
Shubhankar, what were you saying, Shubhankar?
Yeah, I was talking about the ergative verbs are coming with zero voice only.
Yes, ergative verbs can be used in zero voice. Exactly. Only ergative verbs can be used in zero voice. Zero voice is a special voice only for ergative verbs. You're right.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So the name changed in 1868. The name changed in 1868 when the emperor moved there. When the emperor moved there, it means Edo was not the capital in the past. Okay. Then the king decided to move to this place, and then he changed the name in 1868, about 150 years ago. And from Edo, it became Tokyo. So how do they say it today, Shubhankar? Do they say Tokyo or something else?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
Sir, Subhankar lives in China.
He's in Tokyo. He's in Tokyo.
Okay.
Tokyo.
Yeah. The name changed in 1868 when the emperor moved there. The architecture is very modern. The architecture is very modern.
Modern.
Architecture word refers to the science and design of buildings and all. Okay, how a building looks, what is its design. This is called architecture, and you study the architecture if you want to learn to design buildings. Okay, unfortunately, a lot of people do not understand the difference between an engineer and an architect. An architect designs the buildings. Okay, they don't construct buildings. They just design the buildings. Their job is to think of the designs and all, architects. The architecture is very modern. Okay. It means the buildings look modern. Okay. The architecture is very modern means the buildings look modern in Tokyo. There are not many old buildings. There are not many old buildings. In Tokyo, you will not see a lot of old buildings because of the 1923 earthquake. Because of the 1923 earthquake, you will not. There was an earthquake there. We can say there was an earthquake in 1923. There was an earthquake in 1923 in Tokyo. And because of that earthquake, you don't see many old buildings. And I hope you understand the connection. You know, earthquakes destroy buildings. You have to reconstruct, right? For example, Gaza, part of where there is a war going, it has been totally destroyed, the city. So now there will be only new buildings, right? You will not see many or any new old buildings at all, right? Gaza will not have any old buildings. It will only have new buildings. So something similar happened in Tokyo as well because of the earthquake in 1923. You know, old buildings got destroyed and new buildings were built. And the Second World War was another reason. Okay, the Second World War was another reason why you don't see many old buildings there. But traditional Japan is always near. Okay, so it's not that when you're in Tokyo, you will not get to see traditional Japan. And traditional means old or new. Traditional, old. It's another
Old.
word for old, of course, right?
Uh-huh.
So old Japan is always near. Traditional Japan is always near with many Shinto shrines. You will get to see a lot of Shinto shrines. Now, Shinto is a religion, by the way, if you did not know. Shrine word is used before religion, after religion. Hindu shrines, okay? Hindu shrines, Buddhist shrines, like this, you use the word shrines to refer to places which are of great importance, value, religiously. So Shinto shrines, like Vaishno Devi, in Kashmir, I think, Jammu, is a Hindu shrine, right? So, with many Shinto shrines and public baths around the city. So, Shinto shrines are a face of modern Tokyo, or Shinto shrines are a face of old Tokyo, traditional Tokyo.
Face
The
of traditional
old.
The
Tokyo.
traditional
Old
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
The Shinto shrines are a face of traditional Tokyo.
Awesome.
Yeah. What about public baths? Do you understand public baths? When you go to Rajgir, what do you see there? You see a lot of people having a bath together in the open, right? Publicly, openly, in the open. Normally, having a bath is a private affair. People have a bath in the bathroom, right? Most civilized people don't have a bath in the open, even inside their house. They have a special room where they are alone when they're having a bath, right? So it's a very interesting idea that people who consider having a bath such a private matter, private affair, they sometimes decide to have a bath in public. Nowadays we have these water parks.
Sir, maybe
Water
they are
park.
saying about uh, like how would I say onsen.
Come again.
Here is lot of onsen where you can take a bath.
Exactly.
The water of onsen is warm.
Yes, yes, yes.
It is
So we have
natural.
in
Yeah,
Rajgir all, that's not necessary though. Hot
yeah,
public
yeah.
baths, okay? Public baths. Normally what happens, the water has some importance. That's why people like to have a bath together there in public, in the open. Otherwise, why would they go there, right? Why wouldn't they have a bath in their own bathroom in privacy? So public baths, it's a great idea. A lot of cities have public baths. Germany has a lot of public baths too. Again, with hot water, okay? And people go there because it's more fun. Cold countries, these are cold countries. And when you have hot water and you get a chance to have a bath in hot water, you enjoy it, of course. That's why Rajgir is famous. Mainly, why is Rajgir famous? Mainly, it is famous for the hot baths, right? All the people living in Bihar Shif and near Bihar Shif know what I'm talking about. Apurva, have you ever been to Rajgir?
No, sir.
You must visit with your husband,
Yeah,
maybe next year, 2026, January. Spend your January here, okay? You will definitely
I
love
will
the
plan.
experience.
Yeah, sir, I will plan.
Hmm. And where were we? Um, should I invite you as well, Palak, with your husband to Rajgir? It's a
Where?
great place.
No, thank you.
Hmm. Yeah, it's really, interesting. However, I was just talking about these water parks. Are they not making people a little more open-minded, very subtly, very indirectly? I mean, a lot of traditional people who cannot stand the idea of the women in their family being in wet clothes outside in public kind of condone it, when they are in
Well,
a
I guess they are like there are some public bath, but for women they have a different section, and for men they have a different section. In some places they do. So I have seen it, and I've tried a few where there are like women sections different from the men's one. So they are okay, like it's kind of okay. But I have not tried going to the so-called
public bath.
unisex
Okay.
baths.
Oh,
So
unisex.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So you've had a public bath experience in those particular places which were especially meant for women, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay. So I was just saying, but in water parks there are no separate section for women, I guess. You have fun all together, right? Most of
yes.
those. Hmm.
I've tried it also, but it's like, yeah, there were some awkward moments because some people there are especially with the target. So seeing
True.
those staring at you, it's like really awkward. But other than that, it's really an adventurous experience, and I'd not, slip the opportunity if I'll get again
Hmm.
to go to those places. But yeah, there
I
are some
think
weirdos.
I think glasses should be made mandatory. Um, Otherwise, just to make people feel comfortable. Because if I'm looking at you, you start to feel uncomfortable, and I'm looking at you because I'm not used to seeing women in wet clothes, and it is just normal for me to maybe look.
Okay, sir. But first of all, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but there's a whole difference between watching it you, staring through your soul. You got it right? Yeah, so I
Absolutely,
meant that
absolutely,
way.
absolutely. But you know what? For us men, sometimes it is embarrassing just to even look, because we
Look.
feel embarrassed, when we look at somebody and they look back at you, that you're looking at them, then you feel embarrassed. So I think the best thing is to just have sunglasses all the time, plastic
Yeah, so
Yeah,
sunglasses.
that
yeah.
there won't be any restrictions for you pervert weirdos.
Uh,
Wow, what an
well,
excuse.
well, 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 well. Uh, just was saying that it will avoid awkward moments. That's it. Nothing else.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That was a class. I'm sorry.
Hmm. Okay. So where were we? Um, Oh, okay, okay. Public baths, Shinto shrines. Shrine means, you understand, guys? Shrines are religiously important places, right? Important places religiously. They are called shrines. Okay. Um, with many Shinto shrines and public baths around the city. So you'll find a lot of, look at one picture here of a Shinto shrine. So did you know the religion Shintoism, guys? You can Google if you want to know more about Shintoism. Okay. A lot of religions came, disappeared in our long history of humanity, we have lost a lot of religions. There was a religion the Romans believed in, uh, where they believed in gods like Zeus god, and Superman is supposed to be his son, I think, you know, uh,
Hercules.
Hercules and many more, you know. Cleopatra was also one of the goddesses, I guess. I don't know. Um, anyways, what I'm trying to tell you is, because we have lived for such a short time period, we have recorded history of such a short time period here, that we believe that all the religions are forever. Religions come and go, guys. Religions come and go with times. A lot of things change. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. Maybe some people will feel a little bit uncomfortable. Let's move on. Visiting Tokyo. Visiting Tokyo. Tokyo is on the east coast of Japan. Tokyo is on the east coast of Japan. Okay, so if you have the map of Japan, you will find Tokyo on the east. Tokyo is on the east coast of Japan. I hope everybody knows the word coast. The summers are hot and humid. Okay. Both are adjectives, hot and humid. The summers are hot and humid. Hot, everybody understands. Let me help you with the word humid. Sometimes it is hot and it is dry hot. But sometimes what happens, you find your skin to be sticky and you find it difficult to breathe. You feel uncomfortable. Think of the weather in the month of July or August when it is not raining. It is hot and humid. So humid means the moisture in the air is very high. Okay, that kind of weather is called humid, hot and humid. The summers are hot and humid. In Hindi, what is the word for humid in Hindi? Anybody?
Nani?
Adrata.
Perfect. Shubhankar.
Adrata, sir.
Adrata is humidity. Adrata is humidity. Adra. Okay. Hot and humid. Adra. Yeah. Some people would say, is it a Hindi word? I never heard. Yeah, I know. A lot of people, today don't have very good Hindi vocabulary. So the summers are hot and humid. The most beautiful time of year. Okay, most beautiful time of year is the spring. So if you want to visit Tokyo, spring is the best time. Is that right, Shubhankar? Spring is the best time to visit Tokyo.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
When the famous cherry blossom is on the trees. You can see here, maybe. Are these cherry blossoms here in the picture, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So, guys, blossom word refers to flowers, okay? But then why don't we call them cherry flowers, okay? Because normally blossoms change and become fruit, okay? The flowers fall and we get fruit there. So we will not say rose blossom, okay? Rose is a flower because it doesn't turn into a fruit. But then we have cherry blossom, we have mango blossom, okay? So blossom is basically those tiny flowers which which change into fruit later. So when the famous cherry blossom is on the trees, the city is huge, very, very big, but it is one of the safest cities in the world. It is one of the safest cities in the world, people. It is one of the safest cities in the world. Japan is mysterious, one of the safest. There are other cities which are also equally safe, okay? One of the safest. I hope you understand the idea. One of the safest. It is probably not the safest, but one of the safest. Okay, in a room, there are 3 6 feet tall people, and the rest of them are all 5'9, 5'10, 5'11, 5'7. Then these 3 are the tallest. If you talk about one of them, then you will say he is one of the tallest. So, one of the safest cities in the world. Japan is mysterious. Mysterious. It comes from the word mystery. Mystery is a noun. You don't understand it. So it is a mystery. The mystery of this universe. Okay. The mystery of God. Mystery. You don't understand. Okay. In Hindi, the word is rahasya. And here, mysterious. rahasyamayee, something that you don't understand very well. Japan is mysterious, and the smile of Mona Lisa is also mysterious. People don't understand that smile. What could be the reason that she's smiling that way? Mona Lisa, the painting, you know? So, not Mona Lisa, the girl who got famous during the Kumbh Mela, okay? Uh, my sister-in-law asked me, Jijaji, do you know about Mona Lisa? I said, yeah, it was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, and she started laughing. She said, you are absolutely not in touch with what's going on around. I said, no, not really, not. I don't
Yes,
watch a lot of.
she is, I think, pearl sailing girl.
Yeah, yeah, a small, what is the word here? You have a word here. Um, Vendors. Okay,
Yeah,
vendors. So she's
yeah,
just a small time vendor, but she
yeah.
got really popular because
Due-
of her beauty.
Because of her eyes.
Yeah. So see what an advantage being a girl is, if you're a pretty girl, you can just hit fame, you can become popular and famous by sheer stroke of, luck that somebody spotted you, made a video, and your video will become viral. And then I think she's no longer the same Mona Lisa she was. People invite her to, functions and all. She has become a celebrity. I don't know how long her, celebrity status will last, but at least she has become a celebrity for some time. Now, the rest depends on how she manages it. Otherwise, she can be one of those. What was the name of that old woman who was a singer? Ranu.
Ranu, sir, Ranu
Anu
Mandal,
Anu
Mandal,
Mandal.
sir.
Yeah. She came
Yes,
on
sir.
TV as well, and then she went back to
Hmm.
where she came from, because she couldn't handle it all. She couldn't handle it all. When you become successful overnight, it can mess with your mind as well, sometimes. And you find it hard to, deal with it, come to terms with this change of, status. And you become arrogant, you become rude, disrespectful. You suddenly start to think that you always deserved it instead of feeling grateful. I wonder if I someday become famous, how I'm going to deal with it. Am I going to remain the same humble guy I am, or am I going to change? I don't know. I believe I won't. I believe I won't change, but I won't know until it actually happens. Japan is mysterious. Mysterious. Okay, guys, if somebody is mysterious, they're more interesting now.
Yes, sir.
So, how mysterious do you think you are, guys? If you had to rate yourself on a scale of 0 to 10 for being mysterious, how would you rate yourself? How mysterious do you consider yourself? Come on, guys. Let's be a little bit sport and decide, let's talk about it. Apurva, do you think you can? How mysterious do you consider yourself? How
I'm
many
not
points?
serious,
You're not.
sir. I think I gave I will give a 0 rating to me because I my life is like a open book. Everyone
Uh,
everyone can read me very easily.
So when you meet people, you don't think they think of you as mysterious. You think
Yeah,
they will think of you as a straightforward person. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Go on. Other people. Alec.
I'm not mysterious,
I
sir.
think that I'm even mysterious for myself.
Okay. Renu
Yeah.
doesn't think she's mysterious either. Nobody here thinks they are
Yes, sir. I'm
mysterious.
not mysterious, sir. Yes.
Okay. Nishat, do you think you're mysterious? Where would you rate yourself? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
No, sir,
10?
doesn't think I'm yes.
5. You will give yourself a 5, Nishat.
No, sir. No, I doesn't think so.
You don't think you're mysterious. Say, I don't think I'm mysterious. I
Yes,
don't think. Doesn't is for he,
don't
shit.
think
Okay.
I'm
I am
mysterious.
mysterious. Okay. Uh huh. Anybody else wants to answer? I would give myself a small 1 or 2, maybe. Some people think that I'm mysterious. That's why I'm giving myself 1 or 2.
That's a
But
straight lie on the face of innocent people.
am I lying?
Yeah, straight
Okay.
lie.
So what do you think? Do
No
you think
lie.
I'm mysterious?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting to know. So how many points would you give me? How would you rate me?
Out of 10, I'd like to give you 11.
Renu, Renu, uh, 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 do you think I'm mysterious,
How
Renu?
can
Yeah.
it possible, sir?
But sir, we don't know very well, sir. So how can we say that you are mysterious or not, sir? I
The way I come across, the way I come across.
I
Mysterious is
don't
something, is
think,
an
sir.
impression. It's an impression, okay? You meet somebody and you
Yes.
feel that you never understand this person, okay?
Okay, sir.
Actually, Palak is just,
Hmm.
what do I
No,
say?
sir, I don't think like this, sir. You are not mysterious, sir,
Yeah,
because
Palak
you
is
tell
mysterious.
everything, and if whenever you
Oh, see?
uh,
So
Sir,
you are
kidding,
now
you
throwing statements.
show your nature, sir. You didn't hide. You don't hide anything, sir.
I don't hide anything, right?
Yes, sir. You when you sir, जब भी आप मजाक करते तो सर मतलब
Everything
कैसे
comes
भी
out.
सर हाँ सर everything comes out, so you are not mysterious.
Mysterious, right?
Yeah.
See,
Exactly.
my girl, you feel like this because your sir, he just portrays himself like this. But
Okay.
it doesn't mean that he's not hiding something. If he
Yeah.
is hiding something, how would you know that he's hiding? Because he is doing it, right?
I
So
I
he
have
portrays himself as
I've
very
committed
friendly and so-called not mysterious guy.
I have committed 3 murders, which I'm hiding from you guys, and you would never know until I tell you which 3 murders they were. Okay. And so many other things I'm hiding from you. But mysterious is like, you have this feeling that you don't understand. You don't understand. You spend time with this person, but you don't get that confidence that you know this person. That
Hmm.
is mysterious. It's not like, okay, I'm a liar, I hide a lot of things. Maybe I'm not mysterious. Mysterious is a feeling you get about me that I don't understand this person. Although I have lived with him for 10 years, but I don't understand this person. He's mysterious. Okay. So, for example, if you think of Rekha in Indian film industry, okay, you know,
Hmm.
somehow there is that impression she puts across that she's mysterious somehow. Okay. People don't really feel so comfortable with her. You know, you will not never feel like you really know her. That is how it means. That is what it means, mysterious. Okay. And when you're describing a person, otherwise, the mysterious murder case of Arushi, in Delhi, where her body was found inside her body, with the door locked from inside, and the servant and all, who killed her. Well, a lot of people think the father and the mother, but they
Hmm.
were eventually proven innocent. Nobody knows. So the
Hmm.
mysterious murder case, okay? Okay. The murder mystery. So mysterious mystery. Okay. Mystery is the noun, mysterious is the adjective. Japan is mysterious. It is difficult for foreigners to understand. Foreigners don't understand
Exactly.
Japan very well. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. Came the confirmation from Shubhankar. Shubhankar, tell us a little bit more. You've been living there for 9 years.
Yeah, I'd like to say Japanese people, uh, uh, don't get them what they want, what they are gonna do next. You
Hmm.
can't get them.
Hmm.
It's quite hard for foreigners, and
Okay.
also it's quite hard to get the get used
Their
to
traditions.
their culture,
Their traditions, their culture. True.
their
Yeah,
tradition.
true,
Yeah,
true. There are a lot of
yeah,
things
yeah,
that foreigners will take a lot of time to understand, right? And still they will not understand it fully. That is how it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
No,
Japanese,
no.
anime is world famous, guys. People all around the world read Japanese anime, cartoon stories. My daughter used to read them as well.
Yeah,
And then I think they're called manga.
manga. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I had an American friend many years ago, Ariel, and she was a big fan. She asked me to read them as well. I read a few, and then I could not really develop that kind of interest that some people have. Anyways, guys, understand.
Yeah,
When I'm speaking like this and Renu is there, I'm speaking particularly about her because I know she is benefiting from it exactly the way I want her to benefit. Okay? She has understood what she's supposed to do sitting here. Okay? Initially, she was not very sure about what she was doing, actually, right, Renu? But now you know what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to sit here, pay attention to the way I phrase my sentences. You are supposed to pay close attention to the way I put the words together to form my sentences.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't do that, Anish, which I know you're not able to do right now, you will feel 90 minutes are over, the teacher spoke, you did not benefit much. So you are supposed to, because you are language learners here, all of you, except one person. So you are supposed to just pay attention to the word order mainly and the form of the words. Which form I'm using. Ask yourself why. Try to make sense of it. So you should be fully focused when you're listening to me, like Renu is. If have you noticed Renu doing anything other than listening to me? No. So she has figured out how this class will benefit her. And I'm telling you, in last 1 or 2 weeks, Renu, on multiple occasions, you responded and reacted totally without any preparation, absolutely, spontaneously. And the sentences you formed were good quality. There was structure there. The form was right. The word order was right. So you need to continue doing this and do everything else that you can outside the class. Okay? Fine. The grammar that you need to understand English, decode English fully, is being taken care of here slowly and slowly. I asked you not to learn through rules, learn through example sentences. Okay. So I'm wrapping up now. It's 7:30. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye, sir.
Read the text again.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Palak. Thank you for
Bye,
coming
sir.
again. Bye-bye, Apurva. See ya.
Bye, sir.